Hello dear friends, you are on the Arkham Play channel and we continue to read and watch character bias in Batman Arkham Asylum game. Okay, Professor Hugo Strange. Story. First gaining fame as a psychiatrist who declared that he is fully analyzed the Dark Knight from afar, Professor Hugo Strange lent credence to his own claims by deducting Batman's true identity as Bruce Wayne. However, his interest in the Batman's turned into a deranged obsession, and he's used his medical expertise to hatch a series of bizarre plots based around genetics and mind control in order to defeat the Batman and possibly take his place. Strange's fragile mental state has left him with intermittent knowledge of Batman's true identity, a fact that hangs over Bruce Wayne's head. For if Strange ever snaps completely, Batman's greatest secrets might be revealed. Facts: real name Professor Hugo Strange, occupation psychiatrist, base of operations Gotham City, eyes gray, hair none, height 5 and 10, weight 160. First appearance Detective Comics 36, February 1940. Attributes: trained to physical perfection, brilliant psychological analyst, extensive knowledge of genetics, obsessed with Batman and Batman's secret identity, plagued by schizophrenic episodes that leave him confused and dangerous. The Ratcatcher. Story: once employed as an actual rat catcher in Gotham, Otis Flanagan soon started using his natural gift and affinity with an ability to control rats to stage a variety of crimes. Eventually, his control over the vermin grew until he threatened Gotham City with a veritable army of rodents in car created many times at Blackgate. He is able to do as much damage within prison as without using his loyal pets to relay messages and transport material inside the maze of ventilation ducts that wind throughout the giant prison. Facts: real name Otis Flanagan, occupation professional criminal, base of operation Gotham City, eyes blue, hair brown, height 5 and 11, weight 155. First appearance Detective Comics 585, April 1988. Attributes: thorough knowledge of Gotham's sewer systems and Blackgate Prison's layout, airy ability to wordlessly communicate with and command all rats, overvalues rodent life, especially in comparison to human life. Okay, let's see the other one, Humpty Dumpty. Story. An obese bald man, nicknamed Humpty Dumpty for his egg-like form, Humphrey Dumpler is obsessed with taking things apart and putting them back together. His crimes at first were minor break-ins leading to small mechanical items no longer functioning due to Dumper's inability to adequately reassemble them after taking them apart. But soon his obsession grew to a point that major disasters occurred in Gotham, and Dumpler's crime also extended to a gruesome attempt to fix his abusive grandmother by dismembering her and then attempting a Frankenstein-like reassembly. At Arkham, he is a model inmate. He is quiet, mature, and impulsive, physically inuring him to the madness surrounding him. Facts: real name Humphrey Dumpler, occupation professional criminal, base of operations Gotham City, eyes brown, hair none, height 6 and 3, weight 345, first appearance Arkham Asylum, Live in Hell 1, July 2003, attributes: extremely tall, heavy and strong, possessed and almost unnaturally quiet, deliberate nature. Ritualized childhood abuse has led to a severe case of arrested development and inability to assimilate into a modern society, obsessed with the process of disassembly and reassembly. Okay, and go for the next one, Black Mask. Story following the superstition death of his multimillionaire parents in a fire, Roman Sionis inherited their fortune and then went on to the bankrupt their company. Saved by a buyout by Bruce Wayne, Sionis came to resent and hate Wayne. Fixated on the concept of masks, Sionis carved one from his father's black mask, black coffin, and sought revenge. His ensuing battle with the Dark Knight caused his mask to be burned into his skin, remaking him as the Black Mask. Sionis is now a feared gang leader and one of the most powerful mob bosses in Gotham, with a burning hatred of the Batman. Facts: real name Roman Sionis, occupation professional criminal, base of operation Gotham City, eyes brown, hair none, height 6 and 1, weight 195, first appearance Batman 386, August 1985, attributes: obsessed with masks, harbors a hatred of Batman and Bruce Wayne, face resembled a black skull. Feared and powerful mob boss, skilled marksman known for his double handguns. Okay, let's go for the next one, and the Firefly. Story: our pyromaniac Garfield Lynch began as a pretty criminal but soon graduated to major crimes centering around arson, torching huge parts of Gotham in the process. But his fires soon raged out of his control, leaving him horribly scared by one of his own blazes. His body is almost fully covered with burns, and he wears a full-body flame retardant suit when he's out pursuing his criminal interested between bout of incarceration in Blackgate. Facts: real name Garfield Lynch, occupation professional criminal, base of operations Gotham City, eyes blue, hair wild with black temples, height 5 and 11, weight 165. First appearance Detective Comics 184, June 1951. Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Story: cousins with an uncanny resemblance to each other, Deaver and Dumfrey Tweed both shared criminal leanings and fixation on Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. Teaming up, they modeled themselves after Tweedledum and Tweedledee from the book, planning author outrageous absurdist sections to trap the Batman. Facts: real name Deaver and Dumfrey Tweed, occupation professional criminals, base of operations Gotham City, eyes brown, hair brown, height 5 and 9, weight 175. First appearance Detective Comics 74, April 1943. Attributes: obsession with Alice in Wonderland. Skilled criminal masterminds, despite being cousins, could pass as identical twins. Calendar Man. Story: fixated of the calendar, Julian Day became Calendar Man, a villain who timed and teased his crimes thematically to certain holidays throughout the year, often leaving clues but which they could be caught. Gotham City's hope for a day off are often clouded by the knowledge that any holiday of note is likely to be shadowed by Calendar Man's presence. Facts: real name Julian Day, occupation professional criminal, base of operations Gotham City, eyes blue, hair brown, height 6 and 3, weight 175. First appearance Detective Comics 259, September 1958. Amadeus Arkham. Story: Amadeus Arkham founded the Elizabeth Arkham Asylum for the criminally insane, naming in after his mother, whom the euthanizing of treatment for his dementia, building it on the old ground of his family's historic mansion on the outskirts of Gotham. Amadeus personally treated its first patient, Martin "Mad Dog" Hawkins, who had killed Amadeus' wife and daughter. After administering fatal electroshocking treatment to Hawkins, Amadeus lost all grip on his sanity and was admitted to his own institution. Facts: real name Amadeus Arkham, occupation psychiatrist, base of operation Gotham City, eyes blue, hair brown, height 5 and 11, weight 175, first appearance Batman 258, October 1974. Attributes: highly respected physiciatrist until his fall to insanity, heir to the Arkham Island and fortune, delusional schizophrenic. And the Spirit of Arkham. Story: Quincy Sharp has long been hiding a secret. Doctors had previously diagnosed him with a schizophrenic personality disorder, but he chose to ignore it. How could someone of his importance be ill like the dogs in his asylum? On taking over the administration of Arkham Asylum, Sharp, because observed with the hidden writing of Amadeus Arkham. As he read more of these memoirs, he became almost two people. One dedicated to curing Gotham, the other desiring only to eradicate the evil of insanity from Arkham. In this demented state, he has stalked and killed patients. His ultimate goal being to kill the Joker. It is possible the rational side of his personality is not even aware of this dark, destructive force within him. Real facts: real name Quincy Sharp, occupation executioner, base of operations Arkham Island, eyes blue, hair gray, height 5 and 8, weight 190. First appearance Batman Arkham Asylum, summer 2009. Attributes: intense dedication to cleaning up Arkham, an alternate personality that is desperate to kill patients to facilitate the cure. Contempt and disgust for all forms of psychiatric disorder that is rooted in self-loathing. Decrypted message 1.
I am the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. Through my actions, I have saved this cursed city, though my own curse is to forever remain in the shadows. My story is carved into the very soul of Arkham, and will only be revealed to those dedicated enough to discover it. My family's blood ran through the heart of Gotham. We were doctors, politicians, and teachers. We have been the organ, cleaning the arterial filth from the city. We have been its servants, giving all to protect it. And still it has chosen to hurt us. As Gotham's veins slowly filled with pain and suffering, the effects were felt everywhere. My father fell first, infected by some foul disease. My mother lived on, but only in a dream. I returned to the family home to care for her, where she remained in her bed for as long as her body continued to breathe. Her tears kept me awake at night. My journey lasted little over a month. Visiting academics in both Metropolis and Keystone, I was exposed to a wealth of new ideas. I began my day returning home in good spirits, eager to see my wife and family. I ended it kneeling in their blood, broken fragments of my life, pouring through dripping red fingers. I returned to my work, but I could not shake the pictures from my mind. I should have been repulsed, but I was more eager than ever to find an explanation for why someone would do this. They brought the animal before me, shameless and barking like a mad dog. For what felt like days, I endured his boasts. He took pleasure recounting his actions, cataloging his depraved crimes. What should have been revenge turned to pity. This poor dog needed my help. The island changed little over the years. Its reputation was in tatters, but I vowed to fix it. As the buildings were rebuilt, I saw the future. A bright, wonderful future. New brick, metal and paint covered old wounds. Fresh blood was injected into the body. Bright new minds came, and all swore to uphold our promises. We all knew we were the ones to fix this city. And the city would thank us. My family's killer stood in front of me. Years of therapy have deemed him sane. I was proud to see him walk free. In exchange for his liberty, the state required only a signature. He talked about wanting to walk in a park, how he longed to feel fresh air on his face. And then he took my father's fountain pen and killed my secretary. As he was subdued, he screamed out, pleading for forgiveness, for pity. But I had none. I watched as guards beat him to a stain on the floor. Spring was a turning point, a new beginning. A glorious realization of my true destiny. My family's killer perished in an unfortunate accident. These animals cannot be cured. Like dogs, they only respond to discipline. And if that fails, then I was afraid that these accidents would have to continue. I took a walk around my island. I passed by the penitentiary and felt nauseous at the thought of the filth it contained. I looked out over the Gotham Bay, and in the distance I saw lights. No doubt boats bringing more filthy degenerates to my city. I swore again to protect her from this darkness. I argued with the latest group of young, eager doctors. They bored me with theories and ideas. proving that they had no theories on how to cure these animals. Only one shared my vision. I offered her the chance to explore her dreams. She accepted. We'll make a good team. The Gotham police dragged a new patient to the island. They said he was responsible for the disappearance of hundreds of the city's vagrants. As I looked at his disgusting body, all scales and teeth, my mind ran free, dreaming of delicious punishments to break this monster. Doctors gathered around, poking it, examining, but only I knew what would cure him, once and for all. The beast was too strong. His animal savagery nearly cost me my life. I took my frustrations out on a lone patient. His case notes suggested he was a paranoid schizophrenic. His pleas, as I beat him to death, suggested much more. His confessions were illuminating. My path was clear. Every day I found the patients more distracting. Their insane mutterings and constant twitching disgusted me. There was only one way to cure this evil. Only one way to purify the city and ensure its future. I needed to prepare myself. I needed to be ready. I had a sudden pang of conscience. I sought counsel from my priest on the choices I had made. I asked him if it was a sin to kill in order to save a life. The holy man said all life was sacred, but a judgment would not be upon my soul if I acted to save another. I left the confessional with my soul uplifted, convinced more than ever I am doing a service not only to mankind, but to God as well. I watched in silence as he brought in the woman. Her skin now a venomous green. The wanton creature no longer looked like a human being, much less a woman. The Bible says, "Suffer not a witch to live." Yet he has once again delivered this female atrocity to our care. Once I have dealt with the monster, I think it will be time to see if green wood does, in fact, burn. Sitting in the darkness outside of his cell, I watched the crazed twitching, listened to the disgusting words that came from his mouth. How can I let a dirty animal like this live? He is the cancer I have sworn to protect the city from. Curse me for a fool! How could I not see it until now? The monster had a confederate. I hid in the darkness near his cell, and saw with my own eyes one of the doctors whispering to him. She looked at him through the transparent barrier with tenderness, with, dare I say, desire. My skin crawled with revulsion as she kissed the glass. Fighting the urge to dash the woman's head through the glass, I let her continue. The damnable clown might have shared secrets with her, that would be useful once the mad dog has been executed. I'm sure the woman will reveal what she knows to me. If not willingly, then certainly under electronic persuasion. After that, a lobotomy, I think. Unfortunate for one so young. But her lust has put the reputation of Arkham at stake. Yes, a lobotomy. The very thing. There is no other way to ensure her silence in this regrettable matter. Yet again, I found myself watching him. No one can provide a cure. He laughs in the face of those who try. Amadeus would not have let him live. And neither should I. One last sip of cognac, and I was ready. He watched as I entered the cell. He smiled as I showed him the knife. I told him how I will use it, how I will cleanse this city. And then, terror. I was paralyzed. I struggled. I screamed, but I was silent. The monster looked at me, expressionless. He ran my blade slowly across my forehead. A smile cracked across his horrible porcelain face, and I heard the filth fall from his mouth. He laughed and called me that horrible name. It must have been Crane, another one who doesn't deserve to live. Why do these people thrive on chaos? Joker, in particular, desired anarchy. And since his escape will no doubt wreak it upon my city, I feel this is the end for my diary. Joker will be recaptured. My story will be told. I am not afraid. If Arkham becomes my cell, then I will know I did my best. I will be remembered. I am the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. Even though Amadeus had long since passed, his spirit lived on, surviving, moving through the walls of his asylum. When it chose me, I felt proud. I was honored to continue his work, to cleanse this city. If you are strong-willed enough to follow my tales, you are strong-minded enough to deduce my identity. Come and find me, friend. Together, we will save Gotham. My name is Quincy Sharp, the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. You have done well to decipher my story, and I pray it has helped you on your path. I trust that through my writings, you will do what is right. Please, I implore you, continue my work. This city deserves a savior. Continue my work.
Okay, that's all, my friends. So, goodbye.